Welcome back, everybody. We're still here in Divide. Wow, was I in rare form yesterday. We got into electrical diagnostic and we started out by doing a breaker schedule, really breaking down everything on every circuit so that we knew if any was overloaded or where we were. And this is the start to that list, if you will. And went pretty well until we reached a few areas that just had some real problems. I loaded a video, or will, on took a light down and the hot wire on the light itself touched to the ground wire, made the light turn on. It was wild. Anyway, so ripped a lot of stuff out and made things a lot more understandable. It was very difficult to figure out what we had to do, and you'll see there's a missing outlet there, and the staircase looks normal on this side, but when we come around, you'll see we had quite an eventful day doing some circuit tracing, if you will. A lot of this was able to be done the long-handed way, where you just trace wire, but got to the point here where there was so much of a problem, we had to tear this out, which ultimately played. The customer wants to redo their railing. We got to rip out a whole bunch of wire that just, I don't want to be offensive, but whoever had done it before was not a skilled or trained electrician. So, simplest, kindest way to put it. But as you come down, you'll see we've got a little bit of work that was done over here. The light that was here, we're gonna put a recessed canister light here, and the only thing that matters is this line here is a switch light. These two lines have been cut, and they are what travel over to here where we had the wall sconce and a switch. But the wiring was done so janky that the easiest way is just get rid of it. Plus, it's a goofy place to have that be. So I'm going to keep the fact that we had that switch light run all the way over, and here it is here. So now I can put it on the light switch that'll come down and be able to turn on a couple over there, and I plan to have maybe one right here. Then there'll be a separate switch for lights going down this way. But you'll remember, I'm sure, from the previous video, this junction box had all these crazy wires. They're all gone now. So everything that was in there, I was able to reduce down to nothing. So that was a huge victory. And as stressed as I was to be able to come out of it, really being able to have a clean line on everything, and everything works, it's perfect. What had me really concerned was one of the wires going from that box to that box over here in the room was them grabbing a neutral, and it was just this box to this box, a neutral was in there, and when you took that out, those lights around the corner turned off. I mean, talk about mind blown. There was no rhyme or reason as to where they lost a neutral, and I won't even get started on it, but that's what led me to believe we've got a serious problem here. Something that, and it was run from the outside through the screw hole. They ran the one wire through, so it told me something had happened. They had done something, and this was somehow some solution that just made it work. Far from right, but anyway, so everything was able to get ripped out, and now we have a very clean process of moving forward. So if you come around here, you see we got this junction box here opened, and now the only thing that this is the lighting circuit that's going to travel over. So it's very clean, simple to run and trace, very methodical. Come around here, and as I said, trace it in the old-fashioned way, really the long-hand way, is just trace the wire. Find the wire, find what's hot, kill every breaker, and then just turn on one. Find that circuit, find the lights, find the outlets, tag them, and go. And see what you identify for problems. But everything in here is basically streamlined forward. You come around and be able to see more just where we were able to trace wires through, and we have one final junction box that I haven't been able to do much with yet, but fortunately it's going to result in the same conclusion. All of this mess here I'm going to be able to eliminate 100%. So when we do a finished ceiling, we won't have a junction box in the ceiling. It's a terrible look. See, I got rid of that junction box in the corner there because I'm swinging that that leg for the furnace is going into the light box for the vanity light. I'm going to tuck that in there. So again, we're going to have a smooth, clean wall. But this junction box here, these are lighting circuits for the existing basement, and the only thing that we've got to worry about is the black wire in here controls the lighting circuit. The red wire controls some outlets. But what I'm going to do is take the black cable here that comes from the panel, that's the home run, if you will, and I'm going to take and swing that down the wall and put an outlet down on the left side right there and make that my junction box, where I'll then be able to swing the wire all the way down behind the kitchenette through into the bedroom and connect it on to this cable here, because this is the wire that attaches to that red wire. So I'll be able to cut that and bring it down into right here, where I'll put it in another outlet, in a box for an outlet, where I'll be able to splice on and attach and make my connection, because it's just outlets that are up in the upper living room. So I just need to be able to have all of my splice points in a accessible junction box, which is also convenient to have it in an outlet. So I can have the wires coming in, and it's just what you call as a pull point. So yeah, that puts us right on the money. Everything is clean. It'll be totally up to code. We're going to be putting in, we will be contacting somebody local to put in a panel so that they can contact the city, and we can put in arc fault breakers, but those are so touchy. Everything needs to be perfect, and this is setting up for that, so that they'll be able to just plug it right in and it'll be a direct connect. So anyway, we'll have more for you next time. Thanks for being here.